In a small town in the countryside, there lived a 28-year-old young man named Daniel. Daniel worked as a waiter at the busiest restaurant in town for almost 5 years, but there was something nobody knew about him. Daniel suffered from severe anxiety. Every day when he woke up, his heart would already start racing. His hands would shake. His breathing would become short and rapid, as if he was always running a marathon, even when he was standing still. Daniel's anxiety was like an invisible monster that followed him everywhere. At the restaurant, when orders piled up and customers became impatient, his chest would tighten. He felt as if he was drowning in the air. His hands would sweat so much that he almost dropped plates. At night, when he finally got home, Daniel couldn't relax. His mind was a whirlwind of thoughts. What if I make a mistake tomorrow? What if my boss fires me? What if I never manage to control this? He had tried everything. Natural remedies, meditation apps, physical exercise. Nothing worked for long. The anxiety always came back, stronger than before. Daniel was starting to believe he would never be a normal person. One particularly difficult afternoon, when Daniel had almost fainted during the lunch rush, his coworker Marina approached him. Marina was a 45-year-old woman, calm and always serene, even in the restaurant's most chaotic moments. She never seemed nervous or stressed. "Daniel," she said softly, "do you want to know how I stay calm even when everything is crazy here?" Daniel looked at her with desperate curiosity. "Please, Marina, I need help. I can't live like this anymore." Marina smiled gently. "My grandfather taught me a technique when I was young, like you. He was a doctor and worked in war hospitals. He said this technique saved many soldiers' lives, not from bullets, but from the anxiety that paralyzed them." Daniel became intrigued. "What technique is that?" Marina looked around the still busy restaurant and said, "Tomorrow, when you arrive at work, before you start your shift, find me. I'll teach you the breathing test." The next day, Daniel arrived early at the restaurant, anxious to discover Marina's secret. She took him to a quiet corner, away from the kitchen's hustle and bustle. "Daniel," she began, "anxiety happens because our breathing becomes uncontrolled. When we breathe fast and shallow, our body thinks we're in danger, so it prepares everything to flee or fight. But the problem is, there's no real danger." Marina took out her phone's stopwatch. "I'm going to give you a very simple challenge, but at the same time very powerful. For exactly 5 minutes, you're going to breathe in a specific way. Inhale counting to 4. Hold the air counting to 4. Exhale counting to 6. And then wait 2 seconds before the next inhalation." Daniel frowned. "That's it. It seems too simple." Marina smiled. "The most powerful things are usually the simplest. But there's an important rule. During those 5 minutes, you can only think about counting. If any other thought comes, gently bring your attention back to the numbers. 4 to inhale, 4 to hold, 6 to exhale, 2 to wait." Daniel accepted the challenge, although still doubtful. Marina activated the stopwatch. "Start now." Daniel closed his eyes and inhaled slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. He held the air. 1, 2, 3, 4. He started exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He waited. 1, 2. At first it was difficult. His mind began to wander to the day's worries. "I have so many orders to take today. What if I forget something?" But Daniel remembered Marina's words and gently brought his attention back to counting. "Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. As the minutes passed, something interesting began to happen. Daniel's chest, which was always tight, began to relax. His shoulders, which lived tense, naturally dropped. His heart rate, which normally spiked in the morning, began to decrease. For the first time in years, Daniel felt a strange sensation. Peace. When Marina said time, Daniel slowly opened his eyes. He felt different. "How do you feel?" asked Marina. Daniel was silent for a moment, trying to find the words. "I feel ... calm. Really calm. For the first time in a long time." Marina nodded. "Now tell me, during those 5 minutes, did you think about today's orders? Did you worry about impatient customers? Did you feel that tightness in your chest?" Daniel realized something incredible. "No, I didn't think about any of that. I just ... breathed and counted." Marina smiled wisely. "Exactly. Here's the secret my grandfather taught me. Anxiety can only exist when our mind is in the future or the past. When you worry about what might happen, or regret what already happened, you feed the anxiety monster. But when you focus completely on the present moment, on your breathing here and now, there's no space for anxiety. It simply disappears. Daniel began to understand something profound. So every time I feel anxious, I can do this breathing test, Marina confirmed. Not only can you, but you should. 5 minutes can completely change your emotional state. And with practice, you won't even need 5 minutes. 2 or 3 minutes will be enough. From that day on, Daniel began practicing the breathing test every day. In the morning, before starting work, during breaks, when he felt anxiety approaching, at night, before sleeping. Within a few weeks, something extraordinary happened. Daniel discovered he could control his anxiety. When orders piled up at the restaurant, instead of panicking, he would do a quick version of the test. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Within seconds, he regained his calm. His coworkers began to notice the change. "Daniel, you seem so peaceful lately," commented one of them. Even his boss noticed the difference and praised his performance. But the biggest transformation happened within him. Daniel rediscovered what it was like to live without the constant weight of anxiety. He began to smile genuinely again. His nights of sleep became peaceful. He felt, for the first time in years, like a normal person. Actually, he felt better than normal. He felt at peace. Daniel's story teaches us something powerful. Sometimes, the solution to our biggest problems is closer than we imagine. It's literally within us, in our own breath. Anxiety makes us believe we're lost, that there's no way out. But the truth is, we always have a powerful tool available. Our ability to breathe consciously and return to the present moment. The breathing test that saved Daniel can save you too. 5 minutes of controlled breathing can completely transform your day. And if you practice consistently, it can transform your entire life. If this story touched your heart, if you identified with Daniel, leave a comment below sharing your own experience with anxiety. Have you tried breathing techniques? How did you feel? Share your story with us. Your experience can inspire and help thousands of other people going through the same struggle. And do you and forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive more stories like this. Stories that can change your life. Give it a like if this story made you reflect on how small changes can have big impacts. Until the next story, remember, the peace you're looking for is already within you, waiting to be discovered through your own breath.